What is fintech? Fintech, or short for financial technology, is the goal of utilizing technology to make financial products, services, or experiences better, faster, and cheaper. Fintech has started in the late 1800s in the sense of laying the transatlantic cable, then moving to the early 1900s of the Fed wire, late 1900s ATMs, and then in the 2000s, a massive push forward with the smartphone, leveraging the power of the internet. So right now, the evolution of financial technology and the progress that's taking place is at a faster pace than ever before. The amount of funding that's going into fintech is at rates and levels unforeseen by anybody 15, 20 years ago, and think that it's really just the start. So they talk about the ABCDs of fintech. So A, you have AI. B, you have blockchain technology. C, you have cloud computing. And D, you have big data. So I think those are some of the foundational elements that help to empower and allow people to build more meaningful financial products or financial services, where a lot of folks, when you look up the definition of fintech, it's more so talking about how financial products or services can be automated or improved by using technology. I think it's also important to take a look at where you can create new experiences and new solutions that were previously impossible because of the technological limitations. So while I believe the B in those ABCDs of blockchain technology has a bit of a ways to go to earn itself alongside AI, cloud computing, and big data, there are some potentially revolutionary capabilities with blockchain technology. It's in its early stages, bullish on the potential, but there's also a lot of hype and a lot of bullshit. So I think it's important to take one step back and share one example that was shared with me about 7 years ago that kind of clicked and made me think, okay, what's possible with blockchain technology? So when you look at e-commerce and you go online and you go to Amazon or Overstock.com and you want to buy a couch, you go on, you pick out your couch, you add it to your cart, and then you go to checkout. And our current systems are pull systems. So what does that mean? When I go to checkout, A, they make it really easy to shop so I can just kind of have one-click checkout. But let's say I'm a new customer. I need to go in and enter in kind of my wallet credentials or my wallet information. So I'm entering in that 16-digit code. I'm entering in the expiration. I'm entering the CVV, my zip code, doing all of this so that they can pull the capital from my account, where it's as efficient as it could have been created at the time it was created, but basically that provides that platform with my information. Now I'm trusting them to pull the right amount, the right number of times, and then I'm trusting them to store that data and that information. Again, fantastic, and it works pretty well. But what blockchain technology allows for is a push system. So that same exact example, I found the couch of my dreams, I'm ready to go check out. With cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology, I can, rather than providing them my wallet address and providing them my credentials and trusting them to store that information, I can press a button, it says generate wallet address. Now that merchant can allow me to push the right amount of funds, the right number of times when I want to pay for that product or service. I understand it's a very small change. The way that things work today are pretty good, even though we have some massive numbers of fraud. This fundamental difference for how money can move and how value can be transferred is just kind of the stepping stones for what is possible with blockchain technology. Right now, I think the only use case that really makes sense and is working is cryptocurrencies, but in the future, as we see blockchain technology, people being thoughtful about it, having the expertise and applying it to solve real problems in their industry that were unsolvable prior, that's where it gets exciting. It's a tool. It's something that could empower the future generations. Right now, again, a lot of hype, a lot of bullshit, but hopefully blockchain technology earns its spot alongside AI, cloud computing, and big data.